there. So I'm gonna let you stand there. I'm gonna go over here. All right, so we're gonna see if this works a little bit better. We got the cameraman inside. That wind was causing havoc. We appreciate the people in the stands who were listening to Press Box Overtime, letting us know the sound was not quite working. So now that we have the camera inside, next to Mr. Cook and I, with our little lapel mics on, we should be okay. So what are we looking at, Doug?
We got 2nd and 12 here for the Minutemen. Double slide, one back set.
2nd down and 12 for the Minutemen.
Adjusted over the trips here.
Oh, nice rush by MCC. Nice pass out to Cocoa Beach.
The flats here, number
Again, I would say we probably got 70, 80 fans on the away side. Maybe, I don't know. What do you think, Nick? Maybe 100 over here on our side, 150?
We got like
maybe 200.
Maybe a couple
maybe
hundred?
200.
Yeah, that's right, because you got big stand. Oh, yeah, you do.
That's all Titusville players over
Players
there,
down there.
but
Well, we're going to count them, so it makes the head count look better.
But 1st and 10 here for the Minutemen.
definitely looks like the
30-yard
student
line.
sector get a little bit of people over there.
Good.
So
Well, I like that students coming out tonight, too.
Give it number 3 up the middle. Pick up about 8 yards.
Dallas, a little late flag there. I'm not sure if a little late razzle dazzle, some words, but after the play, so it could be a dead ball foul. We'll see what they call.
A few little run there by Tate Dallas.
Dead ball. Personal foul on the defense. Dead ball, personal foul on the defense.
Thank you, Laura, for letting us know that the sound is a little bit better.
dead ball defense.
Mother Nature's a little windy today, so we brought the camera back in, so hopefully the sound's working, and we appreciate our listeners letting us know that. So hopefully the sound's a little bit better now. We know the vision's better with that sun behind the cloud. A little handoff, a little misdirection up the middle.
Carry
Boy,
running.
he is
hard.
good. It sure is.
Tate
Great
Dallas.
carry by number 3, Peyton Ellis.
I think he got down to
Brings
about
up 2nd
5
down
yards.
and short.
He might be one of those guys, the more you feed him, the harder he runs. Because
Yeah,
he's
he's
running just as hard as he did the first game.
He's a workhorse tonight for the Minutemen, that's for sure. He's down on the 4-yard line.
What we got
2nd
here?
and goal.
So again, Minutemen are up 7-6 with a couple of minutes left in the first quarter. They were going to play 2 quarters. A little end around to the right, cuts it down in the middle. Nice tackle by 45, who also happens to be the fullback. And I think I mentioned earlier he was the 3rd leading tackler last year, and we just saw why. That's number 45, Alex Dunning. You know, with teams like this, Doug, with not quite the biggest squads as far as numbers, real important this summer for conditioning and getting your wind and all that stuff, because they're going to be, unless they pick up some players over the summer, a lot of 2-ways.
Absolutely, they got to get in the weight room. They got to work on that wind, work on their lungs. So, yeah, they're gonna have to go both ways in order to compete. Just don't have enough reinforcement there on the sideline.
So we got a 3rd down now, about 1. Looks like they can still make a 1st down without scoring. And a motion handoff to Ellis, straight up the middle, and that's another touchdown by the Cocoa Beach Minutemen.
That's a touchdown. Cocoa Beach Minutemen.
Nice
Number 3,
blocking,
Peyton
nice
Ellis.
blocking by the
Sure was.
offensive line
Yeah.
of the Minutemen there. Good push, good push.
Enough of a misdirection just to hold the defense for a second. Again, I did mention earlier that last year, MCC's lone win was against Cocoa Beach, 14-0. Cocoa Beach lone win last year was against Halifax Academy, who was in their district this year. So, just like that, they're going for the point after to see if they can go up by 8.
John Holmes wearing my hat. Sure.
So not going to rush. Little kick is up.
That's good.
Makes all the difference when you don't have a rush coming.
Yes. I think I might be able to kick
I
that.
don't know, maybe so. You might have to run out there in between the 2 games and see.
MCC.
So with that point after, Cocoa Beach now takes a 14-6 lead.
Willie
About a
Taylor.
minute left
keeping
in the
our
first
crowd
quarter.
safe.
Again, they'll
Officer
play
Taylor,
2
thank
quarters.
you so much for all you do for the city of Titusville. Speaking of Titusville, long
And
time
just in
coach.
case you did just
And
join
now
us,
our
as a
mayor,
reminder, we are
himself,
going to
Mayor
broadcast
Andy,
each
so
game individually.
everybody give it up for our mayor.
And then besides being posted on the Facebook page, I'm going to post it on the YouTube channel. Same name, Press Box Overtime. Again, just easier to find. So in case you want to watch the game, especially now that we have the sound working, without the wind blowing on the camera, then you can pick and choose which game you want to watch instead of having to watch a 3-game video. So I've been impressed with Cocoa Beach's offense this game, Doug.
Yeah, I think they've done a good job. The offensive line is getting a good push there, and they're moving the ball. We got a 1st and 10 now for the Hustlers.
Runs around on stage. It's on YouTube.
Good play up the middle, got a little opening, but Cocoa Beach closed that pretty quick. That was number 11, Mitch McNeely.
First down run by number 1.
And I think Cocoa Beach is pulling a play out of Coach Brzezinski's playbook. As I mentioned, when you look at, and if you're on Twitter or Facebook, I tell you, you should follow Coach Brzezinski, follow the MCC team. A lot of great posts, a lot of motivational, inspirational things, and I follow and I like reading them. But he coaches swarming, and that's what Cocoa Beach defense is doing too.
Yeah, give it to Charles, number 1.
MCC brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 7. Didn't get much off of that.
So let's see what Coach has called for this one. Looks like we're probably not going to get out of the playoff 10 seconds before the end of this quarter, which means they'll switch sides. Or are they going to get one off? Sure did. Yeah, got it off. Ooh, maybe too bad. Oh, there you go. Oh, wow. I tell you, had that screen set up, let 4 linemen in. Number 1 was wide open, and unfortunately, quarterback was backpedaling and just didn't get the ball to him in time.
Yeah, I think he could have. I think he was trying to run before he caught the ball.
Turned around.
Charles there got a little excited, but had some wide open space there in front.
So the first half between Titusville and Cocoa Beach, we saw a safety. In this quarter, we've seen 3 touchdowns. So a little more offense going on this game than we had last. And even though MCC is down by 8, they had the most exciting play. I think it was a 65-yard touchdown catch by Noah DiBenedetto. Hopefully I'm pronouncing Noah's last name correctly. But as you said, he had 3 guys on him and outran all of them. So hats off to him.
Quick kid, fast kid, good separation. Great touchdown.
You know, now that sun is behind the clouds, as I'm looking at the camera here, now that we've brought it inside so we don't have the wind affecting the sound, boy, what a beautiful landscape. I mean, it feels like fall. You got the clouds back there and the sun. Just a nice backdrop for Friday night football in the month of May.
Sure is. It's a beautiful evening out. It's nice. 4th and looks like 6.
Yeah, second time tonight, going for 4th down. Let's see what he pulls. The last time it was 4th and 1.
Double slot.
Okay. Well,
Great jump there
he
on
was
the,
trying to pull off the Cocoa Beach side, but he pulled his own guy off. So with that, they will now punt.
There's Michael Green there jumping, trying to get a jump on the play here. So
Which to me, because he jumped, kind of signals they were going to run a play.
I think he's probably going to get the ball.
Otherwise, yeah, they would not have moved a muscle. So Coach John Holmes walking down there on the track as Titusville is going to get ready to play the last game of the season, last game of the or last half of the Jamboree. So that was a nice long punt. So one thing we talked about last night, and I certainly want to mention again tonight, if you're interested in any sport supporting any of the 16 Cape Coast Conference public schools, or even Holy Trinity and MCC for that matter, I can't speak for them, but I can speak for our schools. If you are interested in coaching at all, I think every single one of our high schools has openings. Some of our middle schools, go to brevardpublicschools.org, click on careers, and especially if you're like Doug and I, you're from the area, you want to give back, maybe a sport that you played, maybe your home team, certainly look into coaching. Hats off to Brevard Public Schools. They increased the supplements 25% for next year, so a little added incentive. But certainly think about helping the school out in coaching for the 22-23 season.
The first and 10 here for the Minutemen. Double slot motion.
What was that? Call a timeout. Timeout for MCC. And I also want to give a shout out to the officials, Mid-Coast Officials Association, MCOA.org. I know they're looking for young men and women for all sports as well. We're blessed. We talked about it last night, Doug. We're one of the few counties that pretty much deals with just one association. I believe we have a group from Orlando that does our boys lacrosse, but every other sport for our high schools is MCOA. If you're thinking about getting into officiating, go to MCOA.org because I know they can use you.
Yeah, so it's a great thing to do. Give back to the community. I used to do basketball officiating, and just had a lot of fun doing it. It's a good way to stay in shape too. Basketball, you got to run up and down that court with the boys. I'm not so sure I can do it now.
Yeah, exactly.
But back in the day, it was a good way. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Even with you're talking about coaching too. I think isn't the stat 92% of the coaches in Brevard County are community coaches?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I think in one of the interviews, I believe with the county athletic director, Dr. Ramjet, good friend of mine. And that's great. We need community coaches. We talked about that before. I guess theoretically, I was a community coach at Satellite since I didn't work at the school. I worked at Hoover. But it's a good mix also when you have in-house because you're walking down the hall, you see that big kid, 6'10", say, hey, you ever thought about playing basketball? So whether you're a community coach or you work within the system, give it some thought and help out, but give something back, especially to your school and the sport you play.
A fumble here by the Minutemen.
Looks like picked up by number 3, Ellis. And again, we talked about that. We've seen a little bit of that tonight. Maybe we've got some new centers, but I think every team has had a few little issues with the hiking load.
Brings up third down, 3rd and 7 for the Minutemen.
3rd and 7 for the Minutemen.
Again, Cocoa Beach up 14-6. But we know MCC can score. They scored on a 65-yard pass play, so they're just one score and a 2-point conversion from tying this game if they get the ball back. Little motion going there. Then low snap again. Number 70 on the run, and no. That's
That
number
was MCC. They're not really adjusting to the motion.
Pass brings up 4th down.
Picking up on that or not.
Right.
I see where they're unbalanced on the defense over here. I would chuck the ball out there to the motion guy.
That was number 70, Gabe Hadid, if I pronounced his name right. Rushing the quarterback, which forced the throw to be a little off. So 4th down, Cocoa Beach is going to punt. Again, no rush, no tackles on the punt or kickoff return. Actually, kickoff return they just take from the 25. So MCC gets another shot at the ball once they receive it. Nice little spiral punt.
Nice catch.
So Nick, we got a break in the action. You're a senior. How many days of school you got left?
Technically we have Monday and then half a day on Tuesday, then we're pretty much kicked off campus. And then graduation is next Friday.
Awesome, and that's going to be right here at the stadium?
Right here in the stadium.
So how many tickets does each senior get? I'm curious.
We get 10 each this year.
Okay, good.
And last year was 5, I think.
Good. I was at Rockledge. I think they're getting 8. 10 should cover most family members. If not, hopefully you're wheeling and dealing with some of your counterparts. And then taking the summer off and starting Eastern Florida in August?
Yes, sir.
All right, good for you. Any plans over the summer? Working, traveling?
Yeah,
relaxing?
I'm going to try and get into my friend's dad's painting business with him.
Good.
Over summer, save up for college and stuff.
Like it. And will you? Are you able to take most of your classes at the Titusville campus?
Yeah, I'll be taking all my classes at the Titusville
Good for you.
campus.
Good. Very good.
Passing cleats number 81.
I did a little bit of the
Brings up a first
BCC
down.
in my day. It's a great way to save a little money, get 2 years under your belt, figure out what you want to do, and so hats off. And hopefully the weather next week is just like this, and you guys have a great ceremony. So we picked up a first down, MCC 1st and 10.
Yeah, it was a good run there by number 81.
Well, we've called his name a lot, haven't we?
Sure, he's going to be their star player.
I think so.
They do, don't
Rolled out.
Throw.
81 was wide open again down there. But hats off to the Cocoa Beach Rush. Quarterback didn't have a chance to actually see him down there.
It's really hard when you're rolling to your left as a quarterback and throw that ball.
Right.
I think I'd come back over here to 81 on the right side and just chunk it. He's got some great speed.
Yeah, you're right. Easier for the right-hander to come this way. So we'll see. That's number 13. I believe number 2. 2 is the quarterback, Jaden Mobley. He's got a 2nd and 10 after that incomplete pass.
Double slot, one back set.
Shout out.
Big hitter, number
Just
13.
like you called.
With the screen.
Again, that's the kind of defense that Brzezinski wants to do, and that is a swarming defense.
Pick up 2 yards, man.
Yeah.
Pick up 2. Make it 3rd and 7. Maybe 3rd and 6.
I'm like you. You got 89 out there one-on-one. He's already had a 65-yard. Because the safety's way over on this side. I'm like, chunk it out there one-on-one with 81.
He's a tall kid, too.
Sure is.
I really like that.
He was looking at that end zone.
Sure was. Number 45.
Yeah, but that's got to be exciting. You're wide open. The ball's right there. It's as big as a basketball. But you mentioned earlier, turned a little bit early.
Right, he sure did. He'll remember that play. He'll do better on the next one.
Oh, he will. No, he's like I said. He's one of their good returners. He was big on defense last year. You can certainly see they're going to use him on offense this year. And hey, 4th down. That means MCC is going to go for it. They're at the Cocoa Beach 47.
Double slot. One back set.
Nice hike. Let's see. He's looking at 81. Look at there. 81 is open. He's going to get under it.
Oh,
Just overthrew it. Nice pass by man. That might be a combination if we get to do one of their games in the fall that we're going to see a lot of.
Yeah, no, number 81. I'm not going to try his last name, but he's got great speed. He's a senior.
Di Benedetto. Great name. It's a good thing the name's on the back of the jerseys. That might wrap around the shoulder pads. That's a great name, and that might fit up every space on the top of those jerseys.
He's a very athletic kid, too.
Oh, yeah.
Very athletic.
So ball turns over. It is 1st and 10 for Cocoa Beach at their own 46. With about, looks like about 8, maybe 7, 8 minutes. I can't tell from the.
That is that's 8:41.
Couple bulbs out.
8:41.
1st and 10 there for the Minutemen.
Flag.
3
Looks
on the
like-
right side. Good pickup.
I'm thinking there is a flag as soon as so I'm taking the motion. So let me see. Tonight we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I just see 5 officials. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Last night we had probably 8 or 9. Now,
One sitting down over here.
okay. So again, I'm trying to think. I believe we got some more games tonight. Let's see. Tonight's the 13th. Melbourne is at Park Vista over in Lake Worth. And Astronaut is at home tonight against Windermere. So a couple of games tonight. Maybe they're just sharing the wealth as far as officials. So loss of 5, 6 or so. 1st down still. Cocoa Beach inside their 40.
1st and 15 here. Double slot with motion. Give it to the right back and three yards, maybe second and 12.
Number 51, Tanner Campbell, a rising sophomore, in on the tackle.
That was a good tackle while the young man came up and delivered a pretty good lift.
And that might be one of those gentlemen you were talking about. This could be his second or third year if he played as a 7th or 8th grader. Yeah, second, what about 11?
Yeah, that's 2nd and 11 for the Minutemen.
Oh, double handoff coming back this way on the reverse.
25.
Very good, MCC. We talked about that last night. Stay in your spot no matter where the ball goes, and they did, and maybe a gain of about 3 or 4.
Got a little trickery here. It's, nice little play there by the Minutemen.
On at the 50-yard line, brings up 3rd down and 6.
Good block there by number 75, I think.
Yeah, we got to give a shout out to those offensive linemen.
Sure.
They don't get the love that some of the other players do, but they're certainly a big part of that.
No, Bill, that's where the game's won, as long as in the trenches.
Right. Satellite had a couple good sized young men last night.
Sure did.
Oh, turn around.
Oh, thrown there by the quarterback.
Yeah.
I think he got a little quick with that pass. He didn't let it develop. And just chunked it out there. But the kid was open for a couple seconds when they overthrew him. Quarterback's got a pretty good arm.
Sure does.
6 minutes and 32 seconds remaining.
So 6 minutes left in the game. Again, Cocoa Beach is up 14-6. All the points were scored in the first quarter. 3 touchdowns. MCC went for the 2-point conversion and failed. And that's how we got to 14-6. And Cocoa Beach has chosen to punt on 4th down. Nice little kick.
Cocoa Beach in punt formation. And it's down at the
Number 81, Noah is doing
Yeah, he's
everything.
sure he's
Defensive back,
Mr. Utility man.
receiver, punt returns. So some good experience there.
Let me pull out here. Let me see. Cocoa Beach. Looking at their upcoming schedule, they've actually got 5 new opponents this year. Again, I mentioned last year they were what they call freelance, which is independent. This year they've actually joined the Sunshine State Athletic Conference, kind of like the FHSAA. They've got their own thing going. They are in the Atlantic Coast Division with Interlochen, Paxton School for Advanced Studies, and Stanton. And those teams last year were a combined 5-24. So kind of a competitive district for Cocoa Beach this upcoming.
We're out of Bill
Yeah, I think
Shades.
it's very competitive for them.
What? Oh, I thought it was a McDonald's. My fault.
They also, one of the teams, they got 5 teams that they did play last year. One of them is Halifax Academy, who they defeated 44-6. They're going to be right back here on August, they're going to play at home 26, playing Titusville. So that's going to be interesting, and they're going to play Melbourne Central Catholic for their last game of the season. So they'll see both of these teams next year during the regular season.
Double slot here, 1st and 10.
Cocoa Beach defensive line holding up pretty good.
Did a pretty good job stopping there. Looks like they picked up about 2 yards.
Short gain on the play brings up 2nd down.
Getting down to a few minutes left in the half. In case I forget, a little bit later, I want to thank Nick for helping us out. I think he's going to take one more jaunt into the student section for the last game and cheer on the team. So we again appreciate him helping us out tonight, and we'll continue to do double duty with the camera and let him cheer on his football team for one last time.
Like 2nd and 6 here for MCC. Nice pass.
Wow, he held on to that ball.
Pass complete to the right side for MCC.
That was number 3, Caden Zipfer with the catch. Nice catch because the guy was right on top of him.
Just short of the
The
first
ball
down.
was thrown to his inside shoulder. Should have been on the outside shoulder. Great catch. Definitely a great catch.
Yep. 3rd and short. Let's see what MCC calls to try to pick up this 1st down, as they want to try to score again and possibly tie the game before this game is over.
Ball's up.
Oh, yeah, a little turnaround there.
kind of surprised that they went for the bomb on that one. You know, they only had about 3 feet to go for the first down. Quarterback sneak and
Right.
Like the by the running back. Much better play, but I'm up here and I'm all place. It's a lot easier up here to do that.
You know, and we've seen Coach Brzezinski go for it 3 or 4 times on 4th down, so maybe he figured he was going to go for it anyway. So let's try to pull a rabbit out of the hat. So here they are, 4th and 1.
4th and 1 still in shotgun double slot on back set.
A little mix up there. Boy, he shakes a few tackles. 13 is out. Oh, a little tip drill.
He may have got the first down if he'd have ran that ball. He threw it in triple coverage.
Had a couple of guys on him. That pass was intended for 13, Andres Cepedis. So the ball goes over on downs. Going to be 1st and 10 for Cocoa Beach at about the MCC, just inside the 25.
Like Andre may have been shaken up a little bit there.
Yeah, I saw him walk.
Hold his hand. So
Maybe got a look like the guy in front of him. Maybe a little air knocked out of his, little wind knocked out. But hopefully that young man's okay. 1st and 10, Cocoa Beach, 25 yards away from the end zone.
Oh, number 3.
Look at there he goes, all the way into the end zone. Yeah. Just like that, Peyton Ellis. I'm going to gather that might have put him over 100 yards. He has been the workhorse tonight for Cocoa Beach, and hats off to that young fella having a nice spring game going into summer conditioning.
Sure did. I'll tell you what, that defensive back and corner, they got to come up and turn that play inside. They did a very good job of doing that. He got outside. He's got good speed. So MCC is going to have to tighten up and work on that with their defense.
So again, point after for Cocoa Beach to see if they can put the lead up by 15. Will be no rush at all. Coach Cook said he thinks he might be able to put it between the uprights with no rush.
I think I could. Maybe just once.
Point after is good. And now the score is 2.
You know, I always thought, I don't know, if you're raising a son now to play football, I'm thinking make him a kicker. Not only for possibly a safety factor, how many schools need kickers when you get to college and the pros?
She's like, I
That's the way to go.
She got
Definitely the way to
Florida had that one kicker that played for one of the playoff teams. I can't remember which. I can't remember his name.
McPherson.
Yeah,
Evan
McPherson.
He plays for
Who's he playing for?
my Cincinnati Bengals.
Wow, I tell you what. I mean, that's just a weapon to have. That was another reason we got Nick here. He knows his football. But yeah, McPherson, because, you know, I remember some of those days when Florida, they didn't go for any point out because they didn't have a kicker.
Right.
So, yeah, I think if I had a young man wanting to play football, I might be hunting or kicking. So
He
MCC's going to take over. Go ahead.
He had, 3 50-plus yard game winners just in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think he set some kind of record for that or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, crazy.
He had 15 50-plus yards in the season. And then,
The first and 10 here for the Hustlers. Quick screen out to 81.
So
About 8 yards.
I hear the announcers next to us, Barry, doing a great job tonight. He mentioned to Doug and I that he has announced baseball games but hasn't done a football game yet. Doing a great job. And I noticed it too, over there to the south, a little lightning bolt. So let's hope we can get that third game in. Because if that horn goes, that's 30 minutes and you're going to be cutting into my Judge Judy reruns
Sure,
if I stay past 9 o'clock.
Am I sleeping time?
Oh, nice play up the middle. That's number 45 again. We've called his name several times. Alex Dunning.
First down.
Alex Dunning.
Look at that fire club there. That kid
Sure is. Man.
runs low to the ground.
You know, I know you teach defenders to leg tackle. That might be somebody you might want to hit him up high because I don't think I'd want those knees hitting me in my head.
Good run there. Glad to see a little success there by MCC offense.
We got 1st and 10. Ball at their own 37. MCC on offense.
Nice pass.
Right Getting a little closer.
First down passes.
I think they're about to call it.
Well, that horn will go off too, I think.
Yeah, that horn, if it goes off, it's within 15-mile radius. And that's when you got to take a break. Everybody leaves the stands.
Man,
And it might be the end of it for tonight.
I think one year I was doing a Rockledge game. I think we waited almost an hour and a half, 2 hours. You gotta give players credit to stay limber during that time. Nice little rush, little screen play. 45 again has the ball. Alex, look at him moving his. Look at here, breaking tackles all the way. Nice run. Picked up of about 16.
Alex Dunning.
Nice run there. We picked up the first down.
Sure was. Man. What do they call that stat? Yards after something, or after touch, or after your
Yards after
Like somebody
hit.
hits
Yards
you.
after hit.
He's
Or
gonna
yards
do
after
it.
contact.
He's going to wrap that up. I mean, I think half of that 15-yard run was after he got hit.
First and 10 here, double slot.
About 2.5 minutes left in the game. Quarterback back to pass.
Oh, nice throw on the numbers there.
Yeah.
44.
First down passes incomplete.
Looked like it might have been a little bit behind him. And we talked about that last night with the satellite quarterback. And then by the end of the game, he was leading those receivers and connecting on some of those. So, but again, that's why you come out all summer long. I'm sure some of these teams are probably going to play 7-on-7 to work on their passing game and be ready for August.
7 and 10.
Back to pass.
Somebody messed up on the route.
Yeah, got a little turned around. Looks like 81 did a little butt hook, and the quarterback was thinking he was going to go long. So we got a 3rd and 10. Clock's about 2:10 left or so. A couple bulbs are out, so I can't really tell. And they are at the Cocoa Beach 47. So what do you think, Coach Cook? Would you start airing it out now with just 2 minutes to go, down by 15?
Yeah, you got to. You got to try to get some points on the board here. Got to get the 45 middle.
Cocoa Beach ready for it this time.
Third down run up the middle for a short gain for MCC. Brings up a 4th down.
You know, in a spring game like this, you're just trying to look at your players and see what you got, and
Right.
get everybody in the ball game.
Right.
You know, as far as win or lose, it's not the end of the world.
Right.
In the spring. So you're just trying to get a look at what you got, your talent, what you got to work on there. So,
When you talk about building the staff, and again, I follow Coach Brzezinski. I follow Cocoa Beach football, Titusville football on my Twitter account, Pressbox Overtime, and just looking down at the field and seeing his post, MCC's got a good staff coming up. Oh, another flag.
Pass complete number 45 for MCC is good enough for a first down when
I
there
don't
is
know
a
what that
flag on
flag
the way.
was, unless it was, maybe an eligible man down the field.
could have been.
Walk in the back.
I'd like to say something about you, Bill, and Pressbox Overtime. You've done a great job with this in such a short period of time. You give them a lot of information, sports information, other activities in school. You give band information, all kinds of stuff. I really appreciate it because I'm a sports enthusiast, and I appreciate your effort that you put into making Pressbox Overtime what it is right now in such a short period of time.
Well, I appreciate it. We're not going to put ESPN out of business, but I think in the last couple of days we've gained about 20 new followers on our Facebook page. And again, that's for everybody to post things about your school, about your team, any events you want to. It's a public group. We want to hear from you so we can repost. And we're excited about our new YouTube channel so that we can post the videos. You don't have to scroll through Facebook. And hopefully, come fall, we'll be doing a football game Friday and try to get as many teams as we can in.
Yeah, I'm sure we will, and it'll be a good time to get out there and see what these kids have got. And Brevard County's a hotbed for football. There's a lot of kids that get scholarships.
Right.
Out of Brevard County. It's always been a hotbed for football, and I'm excited about the upcoming season.
Nope, I am too. And again, you know, we got the new Suburban. You know, we talked a little bit about Titusville. Titusville dropped from the 3 Suburban, where Merritt Island, Satellite, they dropped down to the 2 Suburban with Palm Bay. I believe Cocoa is in that. I think Space Coast. So even though Cocoa is in that, I believe Astronaut's in it. Probably a little bit more competitive. I think Palm Bay was 4 and 6 last year, so they're not in the same district as they were last year.
Yeah. We're going at a 4th.
Yeah, clock's going, 40 seconds left. Oh man. Center fielder playing back there for Cocoa Beach. And I think they're going to keep that really good stop at that. Okay. I wonder what that, a little face mask maybe?
Sportsmanlike.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, something right at the end. I mean, it didn't look that egregious, but
He didn't throw it till after the play was
it was
one
over.
dead.
Yeah, I wonder. Let's see what he's going to say.
They should be taking a knee. They should be taking a knee.
So talking it over, looks like the wind's picking up. Can't tell where that lightning's headed.
Looks like it is on.
Oh, wow, they're going way back. So,
Looks like it is a pass interference on Purple Beach.
oh, okay. Yeah, because it was a late. He threw it after the
He
play.
threw it way after,
Yeah.
but
We're gonna try to get this sooner, but
All right, so pass interference on Cocoa Beach. That means MCC keeps the ball. They got 30 seconds left, 37 yards to see if they can get some points on the board. So first down and 10, 30 seconds left in this game. Cocoa Beach leading 21-6.
automatic first down.
Good opportunity here for us to be on the board.
Now, is this one of those sandlot where it's everybody goes out, goes in the end zone and see if we can get some points? Yeah, chunk it.
I saw the quarterback throwing up a play there in that dirt spot. It was like 50 yard line. So,
I think back in the day I used to do it on the palm of my hand.
yeah.
Everybody had a little spot. Doug, you go this way by that pine tree behind Cambridge, and
Right.
Bill, you go this way. And I love playing back there because we used those pine trees strategically when we ran our routes.
I've thrown up a few plays there on the sideline that actually worked.
Yeah, it did.
Some that didn't.
All right, got a little pass going there. Oh, nice hold on. Still back. Oh, nice hit. That's it. That's our friend Noah. He, that's another one. You're going to hear his name a lot, just like Peyton Ellis on Cocoa Beach in the fall. Clock's running, 20 seconds, maybe to, oh, okay. Down the ball, spiked it. So maybe 2-3 more plays if they pass the ball.
See, that's the job I did not want.
So again, when this game is over, we're going to stop the video, start a brand new video for the last game, which will be this same Melbourne Central Catholic squad against the hometown Titusville Terriers, who have had a half to rest. Again, if you just joined us, we will have all 3 games posted. We've got a ball in the end zone overthrown. All 3 games will be posted on the YouTube channel, Press Box Overtime, when I get home tonight. Again, they'll be on Facebook, but scrolling through Facebook's not the best way to catch a video. And if you don't have YouTube or you don't have Facebook, you can watch it on YouTube. So again, we're about 11 seconds left from ending this game. We will stop and start the next one 10 minutes later. 3rd down and 10, MCC trying to get on the board one more time.
we just need the
This
ball.
is again with single back.
Put it up. Let's see. Got some
Quarterback
room.
draw.
Got some room.
It's gonna throw.
Incomplete pass, but stops the clock. Could be the last play coming up.
A play like that, Bill, just a few seconds left. You got to throw it in the end zone.
Yeah,
you don't
true.
have time now.
Because if that was completed, he would have gotten tackled, game over.
He's got to get it in the end zone.
It's kind of like you teach the receivers when you need a first down. Don't stop before the first down marker.
Right.
Serves no purpose. All right, could be the last play of the game. Last play for Cocoa Beach because they'll be done for the night. MCC will be right back at it against Titusville. All right, everyone's got the ball. He's down the 15, 10-yard line. Got to get to the end zone. Not
Nope.
going to happen. Cocoa Beach is going to preserve that 15-point lead, and just like that, game is over. Nice little offensive firework as Cocoa Beach wins 21-6 over MCC. So what do you think about Cocoa Beach, Doug? They're done for the night. What do you agree with them?
I thought they showed really some good effort here. McNeely here, Mitch, number 11, great tackle there to save that touchdown. I think Cocoa Beach's got a lot to build on. Number 81 also for MCC. No one.
So we wish Coach Ben Waltrip, again finishing his first year, coming back for his second year next year. They were playing in the Sunshine State Athletic Conference in the Atlantic Coast Division, and 5 new opponents. And we'll be playing both these teams during the regular season next year, as well as Halifax Academy, who they defeated 44-6. So for Press Box Overtime, on behalf of Doug Cook and myself, thanks for watching the game. We're going to end the video, and in about 10 minutes, it will be MCC playing the hometown Titusville Terriers.